Visible from your love, will you find me soon? Trapped in.
What is up, my bodyweight warriors? Vlog number 2 of the rebuild series, starting the morning off with controlled articulation rotations, cars I think they are, from the FRC sort of stuff. Just basically moving your joints for a full range of motion. First thing in the morning, helps get blood flow in there, build up that body awareness, get muscles activated. Just a generally nice way to start the day, but not quite as nice as a cup of coffee.
Your answer, give them to me now. Pain inside.
Right, so second time lucky. What a way to start the day. I don't even know what happened then, just out of nowhere, chopping board, coffee. So it is another beautiful British summer's day, aka cold and cloudy. Just been working on some client programs and I didn't even realise the time. It's like 11 o'clock now. I want to train about 12:30, so I need to grab a meal quick now just as a pre-workout. So let's go make some food.
Feel your touch. Bet you can see me, pull me out of here. Feels like I'm drowning.
Breakfast is served, really quite a simple-ish salad, rocket, carrot, onion, cucumber, then just some smoked mackerel, quickly fried up some halloumi, some macadamia nuts, kind of just all thrown in there with some olive oil and balsamic vinegar on top. Simple, whole foods, good fats, lots of veggies. Calorie-wise, it isn't particularly dense despite the high amount of fat, but that's fine. I didn't want something super heavy before going to train in about an hour. I'm actually feeling pretty hungry now, so let's see. Look at all the bands. Time to hit the gym. We're going to do an upper body session, see how the elbows hold out.
Just want to hold you and feel your touch. Feels like I'm drowning.
So you may notice that today's workout is not the normal upper body session that you would expect to see on this channel. There is some weights, there is some machine work, but there is good reason for that. Regardless, we are starting off with some of these Yuri Marmenstein's banded warm-up, just with a light resistance band that basically works the shoulder for a full range of motion. I particularly like this one because it has this active internal rotation kind of movement, which is just great for activating the right muscles, which is basically what this warm-up is all about. A lot of the issues that I've had with my elbows have stemmed from sort of bad movement patterns, bad shoulder positioning, so that's what I'm really drilling here, trying to get these shoulders in the right place. Another example would be these draw the sword with a resistance band, great for warming up the posterior delt. And then I'm also doing a shoulder capsule mobilization, which is from Kelly Starrett's book, and it basically just helps put the shoulder in a proper position with that retracted depressed scapula, just to get ready for doing the movements that I'm doing in today's session, which to begin with is the incline bench press. The reason I'm doing the incline bench press is that it targets both the chest and then it gets a little bit of that overhead press action that you would get in the handstand. I'm not able to do like standing military press because it does put a bit of strain on my elbow and it feels a bit weird, so I'm not overly keen. So this is kind of like a happy in between doing the incline press. I get a bit of both and it's nice and quantifiable as well. I can actually just count the reps, count the weight and work out what load I'm doing, rather than sometimes body weight can be a little bit of guesswork. There is also some transfer over from the incline bench to the planche when it comes to pressing strength, so always interesting. I was then pairing this with some Lat Pull Down machine. This is basically just replicating the pull-up. This is kind of the only movement that is really giving me a lot of pain. I've been either doing these on basically kind of a lightweight, or I've been doing some single arm cable rows as my heavy slow resistance training, just to recover from this golfer's elbow injury that I've had. Doing a nice slow tempo, 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up, keeping it controlled. I've been alternating between pronated and supinated grip. And the elbows are actually feeling pretty strong, and they felt so good in today's session that I actually decided to attempt a pull-up just on a bar, just kind of see how things were, and it was surprisingly good. Like, obviously it wasn't a strength issue, I wasn't not going to get the pull-up, but it was just more to see if there was any pain in that movement, which I did have a little bit on my left arm, but the right elbow felt fine. I then jumped into just some standard parallel bar dips. Just such a fundamental movement, this movement, and again, it's pain-free, so I'm putting it in there just because it's so good. Works through full range of motion, great for the triceps, great for the shoulders. Just one of those standard building block exercises. And then I was pairing these with some, again, heavy slow resistance training, but this time I was doing some supinated dumbbell curls. Not super heavy on the weight, just as before, keeping it controlled, working for a full range of motion, avoiding pain, which is, you know, I'd never thought I'd be happy to do curls again, but I'm pretty damn happy that it doesn't hurt me to do this movement. And then to get a little bit of back work in there, I was basically doing LYTPs. So this is the L movement, which is essentially like a row into a Cuban rotation. And I was alternating back and forth between dips, curls, and then L, and then I'd do another set of dips, and then I'd do the T's, the Y's, the T's, the P's, etc. So it'd be 3 sets in total, and I would just run through each of these exercises as you're looking at them now. And then finally, as I kind of run out of the time at the end of my upper body sessions and lower body sessions at the moment, I've basically just been doing 100 reps with a band of both bicep curls and tricep extensions, just to get a bunch of blood flow into my elbows at the end of a session, speed up recovery. This was a tip from Emmett Lewis in the interview I did with him in London, and I actually think this has been giving some of the biggest benefits when it comes to this recovery. So if you do have any issues, wherever it is, high rep work, 100, 200 reps really does do the job sometimes. But that is it, back to the vlog. All done with the main part of today's strength session. It was pretty quick, only like 45 to an hour in there. I've got to go back now and call some people on Skype. So I would usually do some middle splits, lower body mobility stuff after my training session, but I'll do that this afternoon, and I can actually go through it because I'm sure you guys would be interested to actually see like what exactly exercises I'm doing. So I'll share that with you later. Now I think it's time for some food, most importantly carbs. This right here is a meal in a jar. When I poach chicken, you know, you dunk chicken, boil it in water for an hour, add some herbs and spices. This is like a Thai chicken. All I've done is I take the meat off the chicken, chuck it in a jar. This has got 150 grams of chicken thigh breast, and I just dump a load of stock in there as well, so 300 mils. Now I literally heat that up, dump it on a bowl of rice, and it's like a 5-minute meal. Really freaking delicious. My favourite Thai poached chicken, loads of protein, as I said, 150 grams of chicken breast, as well as that chicken broth, which is going to have that collagen and also the glycine, some of those different amino acids that you wouldn't usually get, and then also a bunch of high glycemic carbs from that white rice. Calories are up, macros are up on the screen. I will mention that if you are interested in this recipe, I would love to share it with you because it is one of my favorites this year. I've absolutely loved making it. It's so easy and quick and just nutritious. Use the whole animal. It's amazing. Let me know, comment down below if you want me to make a video on it. So as I mentioned earlier, I didn't manage to get any of like my lower body mobility, stability stuff done in today's session. So I'm heading out with some friends. We're gonna go do some slacklining, which is just super fun, great test of balance, and then I'll probably do some middle split mobility as well when I'm there.
To be found, my head is spinning round and round. Going out without your love feels like a sin, like sliding a razor blade against my skin. Bet you can see me, pull me out of here. Feels like I'm drowning. You can see
a wrap.
Literally is like...
Slackline session over. Just picked up a couple of naked bars. They're just kind of fruit and nut, pretty whole foods, and pretty damn tasty. Just some sugar, get some post-workout after that slackline and middle split session. Actually feeling so close to the full middle split, so hopefully maybe the next few weeks we're dropped down completely. So it is now 7 o'clock. Just came back from slackline, had that snack, and we're off out for some food. One of my flatmates has a friend down, so there's a local like Thai place, which is actually really good, generally pretty clean. So we're gonna go there, grab some munch, and see how clean it is.
And the tofu
That meal is damn freaking good. Thai red curry with duck, and then also some steamed black pepper veal ribs. I had to kind of guesstimate the macros, but it was just pretty generally high protein, good amount of fat I guess from the coconut milk and stuff that was in that curry, and then a little bit of carbohydrates from the rice. Overall though, it kind of, from my guesstimation, brought the calories to about what they should be for the day. It was probably a little bit higher on the fat side and a little bit lower on the carbs, but overall calories were about right. Pretty damn enjoyable day. Lots of play, slackline, lots of training. Middle splits were getting stronger, arms feel better. It's so close to like being back to normal, so just gonna carry on the grind. But don't forget, if you want to snag yourself a Bodyweight Warrior t-shirt, you can pick them up in the description. Down below there is a link. If you have any questions about today's episode, then please leave a comment down below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you just enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and support the channel. If you have a friend who you also think might enjoy this video, then please share it with them. But that has been it for today, guys. Have a strong one. Peace.